Yo, what up guys? It's Renan, and before I get into the video, I should just say who I am to the people who don't know me. I'm a pretty hardcore aim trainer player with around 1100 hours in Kovacs, and I'm pretty high rated in FPS games like Apex, where I'm Master Tier, or Immortal 3 in Valorant, Last Act. So with that out of the way, let's get right into the sponsor. Oh wait, I don't have one, so I'm going to bring up that I offer coaching for Valorant and aim training. If you need help getting better at it, just go to my Discord in the description and then hit me up. But anyway, let's actually talk about the video and why aim trainers can be a waste of time. First up, they're way too easy, and I think a big problem of why they're not accurate for games is because if you look up guides for aim training, a lot of people are going to recommend things like the voltaic benchmarks or the RA benchmarks. But the big problem is that they're not really reflective of a lot of what aiming is like in video games. And to flesh that out a little bit more, it's because a lot of the time the targets in the Kovacs routines are too big, they're too slow, or they're not reflective of actual in-game mechanics, like the fact that a lot of routines don't incorporate moving. And if you play a game like Apex or Overwatch, then you're going to realize real quick that practicing moving while tracking or flicking is going to be extremely crucial for being good at that game, because movement changes up how you aim tremendously. And I do think that static movement, as in you don't move at all when you're practicing, can be good, but I think you should spend a lot of time moving while aiming in aim trainers. And again, that is because a lot of the recommendations for getting better aim is going to these benchmarks where they're not going to really help you a lot in a lot of cases. And next, we're going to talk about another issue with Kovacs routines not taking into account one style of aim that is extremely crucial. And typically there are two styles of aim that people talk about, like arm aiming and wrist or hand aiming. But there's one aspect of aiming that people tend to forget, which is fingertip aim. And by that I mean when you're tracking or flicking onto targets that are really tiny. And if you play any type of FPS games, this comes up a ton. If you're in an AR fight in Apex, like an R301 battle, and somebody's across the map and you have the 2x scope, they're going to be really tiny and they're going to be strafing most likely, and having that fingertip aim is going to be extremely important. And if you play a game like Valorant where, you know, they're like 2 pixel wide heads and you're trying to headshot them with an inaccurate vandal, then you're going to want to have mastered fingertip aiming. And I'm going to tell you from personal experience that the big problem with the voltaic benchmarks in a lot of cases is the fact that they don't really make you strong in fingertip aim unless you go out of your way on the side to figure it out on your own and have trouble in video games and learn that your fingertip aim is trash. And again, I had to go through that. When I was trying to get better at Valorant, I could not click people's heads when they were strafing left and right and they were far away. Even now it's still hard, and the big problem is that there are very few routines that really try to focus on this aspect of aiming, where you're trying to very minutely move your fingers trying to hit a head. And I'll have some examples on the screen right now of what I'm talking about. But I'm telling you right now, if you go out of your way, and it sucks that you have to go out of your way to find routines that really focus on very minute finger movement, then you're going to get a lot better a lot quicker and try to overcome a lot of these failings of aim training routines. And these reasons are why game trainers can be a waste of time. And if you want to get better at a game, practice all styles of aim, including fingertip aim, and even tracking for a game like Valorant. And by doing this, you need to mainly create your own playlists or find playlists that accurately mimic in-game scenarios. Otherwise, you're not going to improve like you want to. And just a quick shout out, if you want to get better at Valorant, I did make a video covering how to get better at Valorant using Kovacs, and I made a playlist for it. But basically what I did is you want to go in and you can record your gameplay as well if you need to try to find scenarios that accurately mimic the way people move in game, how to counter strafe and hit tiny heads. And in my playlist, I do have a lot of different scenarios that have very small targets moving left and right and clicking them. And I think this can be tailored for any type of game like Apex or Overwatch. But again, I encourage you to kind of get away from these mainstream playlists and try to create your own, or find a really reputable source who really knows what they're talking about to find game routines that are going to be beneficial. Because I'm telling you right now, if you only do the voltaic benchmarks expecting to be an aim god in any game, you're going to have a bad time, and aim training is going to be a waste of your time. But anyways guys, that is going to be it for the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and I'm hopeful that I covered a lot of the failings of aim trainers and how to not make it a waste of your time. But anyways guys, that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching.